Gen Z is known as the most anxious generation.
Facts.
Do you agree with that label? This is primarily because of the widespread belief that increased access to smartphones and social media, coupled with a shift towards more overprotective parents, has led to a significantly higher rates of anxiety and depression amongst this generation compared to previous ones.
Damn, that was a lot.
Right.
She ain't remember none of that shit.
I did. Do I agree with the label? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see that. Like, I really see that. Like, I mean, social media is such a, it's in your face. You comparing yourself. You're like, man, this person from high school is already doing this and I'm nowhere. Da, 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 da. And if you are weak-minded, which a lot of Gen Zers are, unfortunately, you will be in a space of finding yourself like, oh, I'm anxious, I'm depressed. And it's like, ain't nothing really happened to you. Like, I mean, I'm not knocking people being anxious and or depressed. You know, it's just like, well, really, have you been through something?
Yeah, get your punk ass up and go do something.
It's like, have something really happen to you, or did somebody say something mean to you on Instagram? It's like it's such a sensitive generation in this moment. It's Facts. Like you can't say nothing without somebody want to cancel you or different stuff like that. And it's like, I mean, what happened to freedom of speech? Like, people can say what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Sticks and stones?
Y'all feeling sticks and stones?
Man, break your bones.
Yeah.
Man, please. Words break y'all bones. Sticks and stones, you ain't even got to pick them up. I
definitely think some of y'all had like the hardest time, especially, you know, when COVID hit and the isolation that y'all had, because y'all didn't really go through. Some people didn't have like the social.
Now, my question to you, I know where you're going with this, but my question to you is, every Gen Zer I know always wanted to stay in their room and talk on their telephones. So when COVID hit, why the fuck was it so damn hard?
Because we was forced to stay inside. We didn't.
But that's what y'all did anyway.
Yeah, y'all but this time we was forced to stay inside. Like, we was forced.
Does that make fucking sense?
Well,
you not paying attention. I am. Okay, listen. Whereas if you have the ability to leave the house, if you have the freedom to leave your room at any point in time to go outside and do whatever, you have freedom. You have the right to do whatever, right? Whereas
but you didn't do it.
True.
Let's go with that.
Hold on, wait, not me. Wait a minute.
No, I'm just saying, if you have freedom to walk out your room, walk outside, do whatever, man, you ain't do it within the 2 years. Let's say you ain't do it 2 years. You was in your room on your phone for 2 years. So
how they still alive?
All of a sudden, this little virus come around. I'm not gonna say little virus because we can't downplay it. This virus come around, and now y'all going fucking crazy because y'all have to stay in your room.
Because look. Whereas if you had the ability to leave at any point in time, you could do that. Whereas if you're stuck in your room and forced to stay in there because you can't leave the house because of a deadly virus, you feel more restricted. You feel like you're being stuck in a confined place.
How?
I see where he's coming from, though, because it's like when you have the access or the will to do it, it's like, okay, it's always there. But when you don't, that's when a person will, like, it's kind of like if you were in prison. Okay.
No, it's totally different than prison. It's totally different. Because in prison, when you go to prison, they're telling you what to do, when to get up, when to go to bed. When you're at home and you ain't doing shit before the COVID thing hit, we were telling y'all, hey, come do these dishes. Hey, come do this. And y'all come out y'all room for about 30, 40 minutes, do it, and go right back up to your room, video game, phone, whatever. COVID hit. Boom. Wait a minute. I can't go. Well, I can't go if I was to the mall if I want to. You ain't been to the mall in 2 years.
Think about it like this.
It's like the mall was always there, but then it wasn't.
During that time, almost everybody in Gen Z was going to school. We was forced to leave the house and go to class.
Okay, you was forced to leave the house and go to school. Then they said no school.
They switched it to online. That's what made it a lot worse because we had to sit there in front of them, have our cameras on, be forced to do all these other extra stuff.
You are absolutely right.
And have to do all that while being stared at.
Now, I agree with that. But at the same time, there was always, do I have to go to school today? Can I just stay in my room? So now you're granted what you've been wanting. Now you're about to kill yourself. not kill yourself. Now you're about to go crazy and depressed because you cannot leave the house. Fuck it, you got a whole backyard. Go play in the backyard.
But you see how there's two sides of the same coin, though?
I see y'all fucking crazy.
I would say that when COVID happened, I guess it depends on the type of person that you are, because I was okay. I ain't really, as long as I could see my boo, I was good.
I mean, I was good.
You know what I'm saying? The streets was clear. Yes, nobody was on the streets. People was scared.
Facts.
You know, but it's like, as human beings, we are naturally like, we need connection. We need human connection. So
no, y'all don't, because y'all don't do it.
Human connection
y'all
is
do not
needed.
Do it. Y'all
and it's like,
when has the last time we heard a Gen Zer go somewhere and communicate with a person?
Like I'm not here right here. Like I didn't.
I'm not talking about this right here. I'm talking about go actually out without it being a party, without it being a school event. Go out and actually say hi to somebody, or try to holler at a female, or a female try to holler at a guy. When was the last time any Gen Zer did that?
I did.
You
don't
never see those TikTok videos. They
you try to holler at a chick?
Well,
I didn't do that part, but like,
you say,
okay, I ain't gonna say that, but I'm gonna say this, that you have a good point. A lot of Gen Zers, due to them being on a phone a large amount of times, a lot of them don't have personality.
No, they don't.
And their personality is either through a camera and what they think that people want to see.
Yep.
So they don't have a personality. They don't know how to keep a conversation. And I see that.
You know what it's called? It's called y'all fucking spoiled.
I was gonna say social awkwardness, but
that too. But they're spoiled as hell because reason why I say they spoiled as hell is because
the parents.
Not because of the parents. Not because
y'all I'm
about to tell y'all why y'all spoiled. Y'all spoiled because when y'all have something in y'all grasp or around y'all, I'll get it later. It's gonna be there. And then then let's say the phone die or something just get taken away. Why you take that? What's going on there? That's mine. It's mine. Shut the fuck up. It's been sitting here all this time. You ain't want it. So how long is it supposed to sit there? That's y'all spoiled. Y'all so used to seeing stuff and just being like, oh, it'll be there. It'll be there. I'll go tomorrow. I was raised, you can't go tomorrow because tomorrow not promised to you. They was telling us we was gonna die before tomorrow.
that definitely.
That's what I'm saying.
And you got. I was raised in the crack epidemic.
Facts.
Don't do drugs. Yeah, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
I was raised as in either you gonna get up and do it yourself, or I'm gonna force you to do it.
See, once again, why we gotta force y'all to do it? Just get your punk ass up.
Because I used to try to give my option, like, okay, well, do you want to do this? You want to do that? No, I want to do that. Well, I gave you the option to do it. You chose the wrong option. Now you got to get up and do it.
No, but you see, you have to give the option. But when COVID hit, they just want to be like, oh, I can't go nowhere. Oh, I can't do nothing. I don't sit your punk ass down.
See, me personally, that wasn't me. I was cool being in the house.
I'm just saying, it's a lot of kids that got hit with depression. I'm not making fun of them. I promise you, I'm not making fun of them. I'm just saying, it was there. You chose not to do it. Mm-hmm. Now you want to go crazy because you can't do something only just for a small amount of time. We ain't know how long it was gonna be, but still, it was a small amount of time. And you going crazy, getting depressed and mental illness. That's crazy.
So I understand the idea behind it. I understand what you're saying. I understand what the producer is saying. So this is how I look at it. When you have an option and you can exercise that option, you have the right to exercise it regardless of whether you want to do it or not. Okay.
That's a fact.
Now, the problem came in is that now that your option has been taken away and everything that you could have or decided to have done has been restricted to 600 square feet, 900 square feet, 1,300 square feet, 2,500 square feet, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like a parent telling you, okay, you're on punishment, you can't do nothing. And now it's this rebellion of attitude towards that. But instead of it being like, oh, I'm gonna be rebellious and I'm gonna go outside anyway, it was more so like, now I'm being forced by an entity to stay in a house about something that I can't see, I can't do anything about, but I know people are dying from it, and it's making me depressed because it's chaos, but it's a chaos that you can't see.
But wouldn't it make? I mean, I understand that part. I understand what you're saying, but if you look at it, if it's chaos out there, I'm safe here. So I'm gonna find everything here to do to keep my mind occupied or keep it rolling. But since there's so much chaos out there.
But a lot of people in my generation can't think of things like that because it tracks back to what he says about critical thinking. A lot of people in our generation can't do that because we so absorbed in our technology and our devices and stuff. If we can't critically think, we can't handle situations like that.
And they're being fed so much information and false information at the same time. They can't distinguish which one is true or not. So that creates more chaos.
Y'all need a supervisor.
Honestly, that's supposed to be the parents. But not saying that's the parents' fault. But the supervisor is supposed to be the parents, but some kids don't let their parents see their devices or they hide stuff from them.
What the problem is that those parents that are, supervised or whatever, they introduce their kids to technology too soon. Mm-hmm. And they don't have the capacity to deal with that technology and all the information that's coming. But they just like when we had kids, we had the TV. Mm-hmm. Whether you put something educational on or you put something junk on, there was a TV. Mm-hmm. But the TV wasn't as bad because you control the narrative of what the child could see. Mm-hmm. With technology, you can't control the narrative of what they try to put the parent controls on there and stuff like that. But you can't control the stuff that they see because then their friends have phones, and that further perpetuates the idea that they gonna see what their friends see on their phone.
Mm-hmm. But I think that's just Americans. Because I've seen Chinese kids have phones and by the age of 3, and they are nowhere near as.
But that's different. They're controlled by their government, though. Their government
are they controlled by the government?
They are. The government discerns what fast food places could be there, what they can see on their cell phone.
No, not what fast food. Just what fast food could be. Not what fast food, just what could be inside of the fast food. That's what they control. They don't. They got McDonald's over there. They just don't have the same bullshit that we got in.
That is true. That is true.
So it's. I guess it's just throw the ball up in the air, man. Where the fuck it land at, just hope for the best.
Okay,
that's all you can do.
So here's my next question to you.
Why they get high so much? I don't know, bro.
What? No.